Hey there, friends. Meteorologist Shane Smith here with you. By the time you watch this, it's likely going to be Monday, June 9th, 2025, and we're tracking another round of severe weather heading towards the Bluegrass. Where's my surprise face? Yep, another day, another chance of severe thunderstorms, and it's all thanks to this cold front currently situated over portions of Illinois and Missouri, pretty much to the northwest of St. Louis as we record this late Sunday evening. That front is going to dive through the Ohio Valley today and link up with a little bit of energy coming out of the southwest with that severe weather down in Texas and Oklahoma tonight. And that's going to cause the potential of some straight line wind driven thunderstorms for your Monday. In fact, the Storm Prediction Center does have us under a 2 out of 5, a slight risk of severe weather for Monday for most of the state. Far western Kentucky, you're not included in that, and we do have a slither of a marginal risk from Cincinnati down to Louisville, just west of Bowling Green, and also over in the eastern tip of Pike County. But the bottom line, most of the state under that 2 out of 5. But the good news is it's not for a tornado risk. In fact, we have no risk of tornadoes in Kentucky tomorrow, at least according to the Storm Prediction Center. Looks like our main form of severe weather is going to come in the form of wind. Before we get to that, though, small hail risk tomorrow, 5% chance for most of the state. And there you see that 15% chance of damaging winds for the entire area outlined in yellow. So it's not a huge chance of severe weather. It's not a major outbreak, but just another potent little storm system coming in that is going to bring the potential of severe weather. And we are going to watch for damaging winds in excess of 60 miles per hour and a little bit of a threat of some large hail, quarter size or larger. Now, one thing we do want to be mindful of tomorrow is that with those damaging winds, and because of all the rain we've seen recently, there is probably a little bit of more enhanced risk of power outages due to the wind, because it's going to be a lot easier for tree limbs to come down in this kind of a setup. Remember, when we're talking about severe weather classifications from the Storm Prediction Center, a slight risk means scattered severe thunderstorms are possible, likely short-lived and or not widespread, but intense isolated storms possible. So this is not a major outbreak, but one or two storms could really spike up and get just a little bit out of hand. The other threat we've got to watch out for is the heavy rain threat. Some of these storms may drop an isolated 1-2 inches, maybe even pushing 3 inches of rain if we can get a couple of cells training over the same location. So that's something we're going to have to be on the lookout for. You'll notice any of those areas in purple starting to get into that inch and a half range, and with us running such a surplus, that could lead to some isolated high water concerns. Here's the best look at timing from the European model, and we'll actually also pull up the HRRR because I like it a little bit better in these scenarios. So we'll pull that up and take a look at it here just in a second. But you see that front comes across the state tomorrow. Best chance of severe weather going to be between probably about 10 a.m. East Coast time and about 4 p.m. I think by that point we should have the worst of the action all out, although a few isolated cells could still be on the strong side late Monday evening out in far eastern Kentucky. A few lingering showers on the northwest slope possible on Tuesday, and then we should be dry for Wednesday and Thursday as high pressure builds back into the region. And then on Friday, another warm front moves into the area that'll likely spark off some showers and a few thunderstorms. Let's take a quick look at the latest long range HRRR model. This is 9 o'clock East Coast time. You'll see that line of storms likely from Cincinnati to Louisville back to Paducah at that point. I really like the timing on this model. I agree with it pretty heavily. By lunchtime, it's moving into Lexington. By 11 a.m. Eastern, 10 o'clock Central, it's in E-Town and Bowling Green. For London, Probably a little bit later in the afternoon, we'll say 3, 4 o'clock. Um, for London and Somerset, same thing for like Corbin and Williamsburg. Hazard probably closer to 4 or 5 for you folks. Pikeville 5 or 6, and we'll push that system on out of there. And then you can see the HRRR not as enthused, but still showing a slight chance of some wraparound showers on your Tuesday. Also, notice the temperature is taking a dip on Tuesday. We're going to see highs in the low to mid 70s for most of the region. We're back to the upper 70s on Wednesday, and then finally get back to where we should be in the mid 80s on Thursday. And then you see that next round of storms on Friday, warm again on Saturday, and then back to the low 80s. And that's because the pattern continues to look active with more shower and storm chances. We're not really getting a chance for the heat to build in because we are seeing just so much in the way of rain activity with these quick succeeding fronts, just another front right after another in the summertime, which is not something that happens very often around here. We're definitely in a little bit of an unusual pattern, and we'll have to keep an eye on that for flood concerns because we are running such a surplus of rain. All right, that's all I've got for you. I hope you have a great Monday. Take care, friends, and stay weather aware. This is meteorologist Shane Smith. I'll catch you all next time.